This is a project done on how neurons fire.
Presented by Nikita and Skylar.
As millions of volts light up the sky during a lightning storm, our human brain models this on a much smaller scale. Electrical energy and chemical impulses are essential for communication throughout the nervous system. The basic unit of that communication is the neuron. These neurons communicate between each other. They receive information and transmit information. Approximately 100 billion highly specialized cells can be found in the human brain alone. Their basic structure is the same, consisting of the cell body, dendrites, and the axon. These neurons are essential to life because they make us do what we do and say what we say. The place where all the metabolic activities happen, the synthetic center of the cell, is the cell body. The dendrites receive messages from other cells. The more branches a dendrite has, the more information the neuron can receive.
Axons pass messages away from the cell body to the other end of the cell. The role of the axon is to then convey that message to other neurons, muscles, or glands.
Unfortunately, the inter-body communication system can malfunction, interrupting the flow of information through the body. The primary purpose of the neuron is to communicate information both within the neuron itself and between other neurons.
Understanding how this communication occurs gives us a better understanding of the processes that are interrupted by neurological disorders.
Communication within a neuron starts when the dendrites receive information in the form of impulses from other neurons and sensory neurons. These impulses then travel to the cell body where they are processed. The communication in the nervous system occurs when one neuron is excited. It fires what's called an action potential, which is a brief electrical charge that travels down the axon to the synaptic terminal.
Communication within the neuron is complete when the action potential reaches the end of the axon. The communication between two neurons begins at the microscopically small space which separates the axon from adjacent neurons. This is called the synaptic gap. Neurotransmitters are sent through this gap in order to complete the transfer of information.
On the other side of the synaptic gap, we can see multiple neuron receptors that are able to accommodate a variety of neurotransmitters. This is to say, each neurotransmitter has dozens of different receptors on which they can act upon.